I think in terms of offering advice to businesses who are looking to get into IoT and decide whether this is the right time, is really to consider the core of their business and understand whether or not their business is as efficient as they need it to be. Are the partnerships that they've got wide-reaching enough to drive existing products or actually take and create new products and services? And IoT provides organizations the potential to digitally transform and to challenge and disrupt their traditional business models and markets. The reality is that for many, many organizations, if they're not actually leading that transformation, then there's a fair bet that somebody is actually starting to do the same thing into those markets. So the pace of change that IoT brings us is making the need ever greater for organizations to at least understand the potential that IoT can bring for them and for their partners and customers. I think some of the most important things a business needs to do today to make sure they're prepared to embrace IoT is one, to understand the data that they actually already have, the data they possess, and also to understand the value within that data and information that perhaps they haven't actually thought about. And of course the value of that data may not only be of value to them, but also their partners, an ecosystem of partners that is behind new services and new products. I think then the next piece is really to embrace the cloud and IoT technologies and actually put that data and that information to work. I think at the heart of IoT, there is not one IoT. There are many, many tens of thousands in reality, certainly hundreds. And the smart solutions that are going to drive the real value are likely to come from groups of partnerships of organizations. And actually that's really where getting data and information out of objects and systems and doing something with it and turning, we talk about it's not really about the big data, it's about turning the small data into real valuable information to drive that digital transformation that's at the heart of IoT and create new products and services or efficiency for organizational services and products that are already out there. Well, I think as a company, Arquiva are involved in a variety of industry sectors where IoT we're seeing being embraced. And they range from a lot in smart cities, a lot in automated buildings, facility management, asset management, healthcare, certainly an awful lot in supply chain logistics. So the sectors are very varied. I think perhaps some of the sectors that are really starting to generate a lot of interest, perhaps at the moment, are certainly around building management, facility management, where the Internet of Things, and in particular low-powered wide area connectivity behind Internet of Things, are enabling very disruptive plays to be created, where low-cost, low-powered sensors are actually enabling inanimate objects, rooms that have traditionally in buildings not being smart enabled. And the technology enabling an over-the-top play for organizations to complement existing smart systems, or actually take those services and solutions into brand new channels, brand new markets, and create new value. And certainly that's, I guess, where we start to come in as Arquiva. We're building the UK's first dedicated Internet of Things network based on a low-powered wide area connectivity technology from a company called Sigfox, which is getting a lot of traction globally. And the real value of low-powered wide area connectivity is that it allows, at the heart of IoT and smart systems, low-cost, low-powered sensors that actually enable ultimately a low total cost of ownership of a solution or a system. And it's really all about actually coming up with a system that can actually be deployed and maintained in the field at a very cost-effective level to allow that growth, the rollout, and the increase of the footprint of the service and solution that ultimately drives the increased return on investment and also gets the data out of operational systems, buildings, people, infrastructure, and turns that bulk of the objects, unlocks the promise of the Internet of Things, and turns that into valuable information that drives this Internet of Things that we talk about. So a practical example of an organization we've partnered with recently as Arquiva is a company called Advanced Digital Institute, or ADI. That organization has designed and developed and rolled out at a commercial pilot level a Meds Companion product, which is all about how to improve patients taking their medication. That's linked into a pharmacy who's also got interest in driving improvements in that. There's a lot of research to sort of say that between 30 and 50% of patients are not taking their medication as they should. And obviously there are health implications as well as cost implications. So this is a solution, again, with low-powered wide area connectivity driven by Sigfox, that has actually challenged the traditional IoT solutions that have been out in the healthcare market, where a particular product has needed to be connected to typically some form of gateway, a mobile phone, a router. So as a result of that, additional cost, and in particular, additional cost of deployment and maintenance, of maintaining that solution. The Sigfox enabled solution is going out. It's a solution which has this low-cost powered Sigfox sensor at the heart of it, connects directly to the radio network, doesn't need anything for the patient to do other than switch the equipment on. So this is another excellent example of a product, in this case being trialled with Bradford City and the health authorities up there, and is enabling a far greater return on investment, and ultimately a far easier, more compelling solution for the end user or patient, as well as supporting organizations to use and utilize and gain that return on investment.